So today we're going to be looking at The Great Circle. It's an animal survival game that's being developed by TJ, who's here with me.
Hello.
Uh, Hello. He's gonna tell us some more about the game. So how long have you been working on this game?
I started in May 2020. So
Okay,
like,
so it's new still.
yeah,
Like that's young for something to be. It seems like it's. Is it just you working on it, or do you have a small team of people on it?
it's just been me from the
Yeah.
start.
It's in an impressive state so far for it to just be a single person developing it, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, you can tell that you really like doing it. I've watched some of your YouTube videos and stuff like that. Like I watched the one the other day of you working on the ping for the map, the
Mm.
FPS. So, yeah. Um
Yeah, I love it. I was actually I had just left my job then, and that's just when the pandemic started. So
ah,
it kind of lined up perfectly for like, oh, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do next, and I just decided I'm gonna put my time into this. So
okay.
yeah, I've been doing this basically nonstop for 2 years and
Well,
a couple of months now.
nice. Um so I mean, what got you interested in doing this? Like, what made you say, I want to build a survival video game?
So my job actually was content moderation for social media, and I was watching like streams of people like all day for like 8 hours, and I would see people playing games like The Isle and Path of Titans and stuff before I actually played it or knew it or what it was or anything like that, and I found it interesting. So I got into kind of PC gaming as just kind of like a player, but then I started to get interested in like development, and that was also stuff that I was seeing. I would be seeing dev streams and stuff, and I was trying to figure out what to do because my job, I felt like I was like hitting a wall and I didn't know what I would do next. So I was like, I really need to like figure out if I'm gonna get into gaming or just find some other career or whatever. So
Right.
I just jumped into it one day, and
Nice.
yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So it's games like The Isle and, Path of Titans that really got you interested in it, which is cool because those are the two that I focus pretty heavily on my channel. It's basically I stream basically nothing but Path of Titans at this point. Um
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's actually how I found your game was I was looking for something to do a few days a week to like kind of change things up. And I swear, man, I searched and searched and searched for something that was not like Wolf Quest or,
Mm.
a lot of these, I don't know, the games that have been around for a long time that we haven't seen a whole lot of progress with. Like Wolf Quest is a finished game, obviously. I mean, it's old at this point. They've already done an anniversary edition and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
the just the genre of like animal survival games is very few and far between. So when I was looking, this kind of jumped out at me, and I was like, man, the modeling on this looks really nice. And I hadn't seen anybody covering it, so I went to go look at your YouTube channel and all that, and the Discord, and found that it's active. So
Yeah.
that's cool. That's good news for the people like me that and you that love these games.
Yeah. I noticed a lot of like indie projects. They'll get started. They'll have like a high point, and then a lot of them taper off, and as I've been learning how to develop and going through that whole process, I easily saw all the reasons why those games start to disappear. It's
Yeah.
hard. Like you get in you get into an editor one day, and then you make something work and you feel all good, but then you start running into issues like what's making the frame rate drop, why can't I get the game to play on a certain platform,
Yeah.
and a million other things. And it's like It's not for everyone. It sure is a problem.
I know absolutely nothing about like development. I enjoy the games, especially when they look nice. So,
Mm.
I mean, I can imagine that that's extremely frustrating. Learning any kind of software for me so far has been just a freaking nightmare. So, I really can't imagine trying to make something out of nothing but like code and things. It's
Mm-hmm.
impressive to me.
Yeah, it'll
Um,
it'll take all your time, all of it.
I bet. Um, so is the Great Circle, is it gonna be, is it planned to be mostly like a single player game? Because I know that, I mean, the AI is very interactive in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is it gonna be heavily focused around the story mode, or are you looking to eventually have it be multiplayer?
Um, it is primarily single player, so
Okay.
that's like the base premise of it. I
Hmm.
remember when I was playing the Isle, I was really enjoying it, but there were times when I wanted to kind of really like get more into the realism and stuff. And it being a
Right.
multiplayer game, the ecosystem is made up of players, so that sometimes is cool when players are into that role playing and stuff too. But then there are other players who just they just kind of make it more of an arcade
Yeah.
experience.
Go for
So
the
that
PvP.
yeah, that kind of informed what I want to focus on in this was like the players' relationship with nature and just kind of your relationship with the world that you're in
Hmm.
primarily. I do want to add on top of that, it's kind of going to go in this order. Like after single player, then it's co op, and then it's multiplayer. But the base of the whole game is always going to be the world is filled up with AI and NPCs. And it takes place within the context of like the story that you go through in the story mode campaign. But in the
Okay.
demo, what you have is basically just the survival mode, which is just a freestyle kind of open world, just kind of play as you will kind of experience.
That's that's very different for this genre, and I like that somebody's actually trying to implement something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I definitely
because
want to do something different because I was like,
yeah,
if it's just basically the Isle with animals, I wouldn't have been interested in it for this long. But I was like invested in like writing the story and stuff.
right. Yeah, that's not because that's something that a lot of those games are really missing, in my opinion, is that the world, uh, unless you have it populated with players, it feels empty.
Yeah, it takes time to build either way you go. If you go
Oh yeah.
multiplayer focused, you're gonna have less AI, and if you go AI, you're gonna have no or less players because it really is like an investment. Like either way you go, that's kind of why the Isle takes so long to like do their AI, even though they've been working on it for so long. It's gonna impact their performance, and that's like one of the things that like every game wants to gotta have performance, gotta have 60 frames no matter what.
Yeah.
Um, and you just you're either going to put 16 hours of your day into programming AI so that it works well and doesn't mess up your game and stuff, or you're going to be working on the player experience for multiplayer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you can't
See,
cheat, you can't cut the corners either way.
yeah. Well, this game's definitely populated with AI. When I first got in, because I didn't know if it was going to be only, a single player or if the animals in the world that I was seeing were other players. And
Mm.
the way that they move around and things like that, like how they follow, their paths. And I was watching um the video that you did the other day on the predator like intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pretty impressed by that because the fact that you had a lion like prowling around a rock that you had jumped up on,
Mm-hmm.
and he was targeting the points where you could like jump down off of the rock or where you were likely to jump down off of the rock. And that
Yes,
is like a completely different level than just having AI that's just going to run away from you or
for
that's just going to
sure.
run in a beeline to attack you and then, just not stop or stop when you're 5 feet away.
For sure. Yeah, I want them to be lifelike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want them to be really just like if you were in the wild, to be doing a lot of the same behaviors and things. There's obviously limitations because you're programming an AI.
Hmm.
However, there's things like little things that you can do just like that. Like, oh, the target's on the rock. Okay, where's the target looking? Is it then it's going to go and try to predict where you're going to go and try to get you, and that's something an animal would do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I invested a lot of time into trying to get them to behave just like animals because it brings you into more of a immersive experience by having that happen.
Okay. So far, what what are you planning on bringing? Like, what's your roadmap, I should say, I guess. Because I saw you've got like monthly goals that you're trying to hit
Mm-hmm.
in development, and that you hit several of them for this past month.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Not
so,
nearly as many as I wanted, but yeah.
well, I mean, time is not infinite. You can only
Yeah.
do so much.
Yeah.
Um, Hi Dorothy, thank you for chiming in the chat. Uh, so for this next batch of updates, what are you looking at implementing, or what are you hoping to implement? Like high
Let
hopes.
me see. So for the next batch, let me actually pull it up. And for
Hmm.
anyone who's listening, you can actually see the roadmap on Steam. Um, Hang on one second. Steam on the store page, there's a community hub button, and you can see all the dev blogs and roadmap is something that I want to do every month. Is just show here's what we're trying to work on for this month. So first things is the stuff that I didn't get done last month are going into this month. So
Yeah.
that would be what we wanted
Thank
to
you for the
do.
follow, Half Baked. Much appreciated.
So we wanted to get the calorie system working.
Hmm.
We want to make some performance gains. Actually, we want to get some performance back because we lost some from some of the new systems that are still kind of being switched out. Um, the imperative system, which will kind of let you know what your animal should be doing. You know, like kind of like a your animal wants to do this in the morning. Your animal wants to do this in the afternoon. So you kind of want to try to keep up with whatever your animal wants. That kind of system. Overheating from sunlight and being able to cool off in the shade should be working this month. Short
Nice.
naps to be able to lay down and go to sleep manually. Right now, it's an automatic thing. When your animal needs to sleep, it just goes to sleep.
Mm.
Tourist on all of the roads, no matter which part of the map you're in, because right now it's only in the central region that you'll see the tourist cars. Uh, Playable zebra and ostrich. Excuse me, hang up. Dry throat. Right now, the demo lets you play 4 animals if you're just playing just the regular demo on Steam. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you can access there's like 30. Actually, you can click on survival right now, even though it's grayed out, and you'll see the playable list is there, and it's
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
yeah,
I
just
didn't
to
try
kind
to
of
mess
show
with it.
you. There's like 30 playables right now, or 29 playables right now, and like 27 are realistically playable if you're a Patreon subscriber. Or after this, I'll make you like give you the content creator role, and that will let you like play some of the other animals too.
Okay.
Um, but and then there's the humans and stuff.
So the humans
Um,
are, I see over here that you have them as, so the humans are going to be playable?
oh, absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely.
nice.
Yeah, they're a huge part of the game actually. Very big.
Very nice.
The but yeah, the but what hasn't been playable on the for the Patreon folks is the ostrich and the zebra, and people
Mm.
have asked about those, so I'm going to be trying to make those playable this month.
I see on here that you have a puff adder listed.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's neat that there's, you've got these smaller animals in here as well as just like, the big five,
Oh
which
yeah,
is what
yeah,
most of these African-based games really focus on is just, elephant, rhino, lion, hippo, leopard.
yeah. The most popular animals. Yeah, the world is it's got like 98 species right now. That's counting like almost everything, like including like species of bugs, species of amphibians and reptiles and things like that. Um, Ideally, I'd like to make almost anything that you see in the game playable, but realistically, I'm not gonna design at a ant level, even though there
Yeah,
are ants in the game
play
that
as a
you can.
dung beetle.
There's actually dung beetles and rhino beetles in the game for sure.
That's cool. Um, so could you tell me a little bit more about the story mode? Because I know that that's going to be, a big part of your focus on this is
Mm-hmm.
the story aspect of the game. Could you tell us a little bit about
For
what the
sure.
story is for the game?
Yes, the story is a single player campaign mode. So you're playing in opposition to the survival. Now you're going to be in a structured narrative where it has a protagonist character that you're going to play. Primarily it's humans, but I'm writing story stuff for some animals too. But the goal of the story is to kind of explain the lore of the location where the game takes place. Uh, it's always been something that's taking place inside of a caldera, which is like a giant dead volcano. There's something similar in Africa called the Ngorongoro crater, and it's very similar to that. It's such a huge uh, crater that it's like an entire region, and it has like all the animals that you would see in Serengeti and stuff, like zebras, hippos, lions, everything inside of this crater. So that's kind of one of the other inspirations I had for the location and stuff. And the story just kind of details what happens after there's a civil conflict in where in the country that the game takes place. Right now, it's a working story. So right now, the country is Tanzania, and there was like a civil conflict, and that's over now. And so what the new government is trying to do is reestablish tourism, get money coming in from people visiting the country, and they want to set up a new park out of this region, which has not been a park. It's just been basically wilderness. So they're trying to turn this into like a national park, just like Kruger or Serengeti. And it talks about like basically what happens around them trying to do that. And there are a number of different players, different characters that you play. There's a village girl named Jasiri that you basically are growing up already in the crater. There's a park ranger who's just starting their job, and they're working for the government trying to help them get everything set up. There's like different characters following their own story, and it kind of forms a big central story. But
Nice.
but yeah, you would play. The idea is you would play it over and over to play the different characters' storylines.
So it's got a lot of hours of playability then, and it's not just going to be one, you know,
Hmm.
you get 12 to 20 hours in a short story, and then that's the end of the story mode. So that sounds great. Somebody put in the chat, he must have had to do a tremendous amount of research. Um, how long did it take you to really like get all of this, like organized in your mind to be able to put it in a game? Because that's a lot of information.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, it's I believe in research too. That's I actually come from like for fun, like doing independent filmmaking in my city.
Okay.
So I'm used to like story design and script writing and stuff. But
Nice.
research in my discipline, research is what inspires you to have creative ideas. I get so many ideas just from reading certain like Wikipedia articles about the region and stuff that it just naturally comes. But yeah, it is a task to like structure out all these different storylines and what the characters could do, and then try to match that to where the game is at, like functionally with mechanics and stuff like that. And then sit and look at it from a third person's point of view and be like, is this actually fun? Like, am I actually gonna enjoy like looking for this other character who's lost or needs help or whatever is happening in the storylines? And there's a bunch of different themes that the game will go into.
All right. So, is there anything else that you can think that you would like for people to know about the game before we jump into the survival demo?
There's tons, but I don't want to ramble.
No, keep
And
going.
I am
I mean,
I
we
am
got
known
all
to
the
do that.
time. I want you to be able to tell us, anything that you want to tell us because, it's I want I want people to find games like this. I love stuff like this. So, the bigger the community is and the more people that know about it and know about it in depth, I've got people in the chat right now saying, "Ramble, do it. I want to hear."
Well, I will say like one thing that I believe in is like nothing in a creative endeavor should be by chance or accidental or just left up to interpretation. So like every inch of this game has some kind of meaning and stuff. Even the way that the main menu is here. Part of the reason I have this set up is I always imagined like the feeling that you'd get from if you woke up and you're in Africa and you look out your window and there's just nature out there. I wanted to give the player that feeling kind of from the jump, and to kind of have almost like a cinematic experience from the time that this game is even turned on. So
Yeah, I do like the menu screen that you have here. Ooh, hold on, I accidentally clicked into the demo. I'll go back to the menu screen in just a moment.
oh, it's fine.
But yeah,
It's
like the
fine.
first time that I opened it up, I was like, man, this actually looks really nice. It feels even just the entrance into the game feels alive. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it's already working to where it's trying to get established that player to nature connection by
Yeah.
just kind of showing you here's one idea of what it would be like if you did live in Africa. You would see this every time you look out your window. Um, Let me see here.
Yeah, Dorothy said it looks like a scene from a movie, and she's definitely right.
Yeah, it's gonna feel like that a bunch of times. Have you seen the cinematics like when you go from one region to the next?
No, I haven't. The only places that I've been, I haven't survived long enough to get to different
Oh,
regions.
okay. I'm a little
Uh,
hardcore with the things, everything trying to kill you, but
oh yeah. First time I jumped in, I was a leopard, and like I didn't know that there were poachers and stuff in the game. And all of a sudden, I'm drinking water, and I just hear like a dog, and then I hear shooting, and I'm like, "What the fuck is happening right now?"
yeah, yeah, yeah. The poachers are. I feel like you couldn't really do a animal survival game in Africa without
Yeah.
the story of how humans impact
Oh
the
yeah.
natural world. So I wanted to put poachers in. I wanted to put villagers in. Tourists should be there. There's some secret stuff that happens with some of the other characters and stuff, but it's all plausible within the world that we live in today, and I figure that's why it should be also in the game.
Yeah. The I was playing as the bird that you have available for the demo, and
Oh,
like
Secretary
just
Bird.
yeah, the secretary bird, and just like soaring around, and then all of a sudden you just see like villagers with their sheep and stuff like that. And I was like, man, that's freaking cool. Like it's not, I don't know, and that kind of added something to it for me, where it was like, this feels. I keep saying that the game feels alive, but it does. Like it really does
Mm-hmm.
feel alive.
Yes,
So
that's exactly what I'm going for. Is I want the world to feel like it's living and breathing.
yeah.
So
Um, hold on. Check my chat. All right. So,
I may end up, or actually, what I'm probably gonna definitely end up doing is making like basically that scene there is for one of the characters, but I think what'll happen is you'll get like a random this is what the world looks like from this point of view at this time kind of thing. So you see different people's, different characters' points of views in the same region every time you
okay.
go to the menu. So this is just one character's what they see every
Mhm.
morning, but you'll get other characters as well, and you might actually get the animals too. I'm experimenting with that.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, let's see if we can go ahead and hop in here, and we can
Okay.
just keep talking about it as we go.
All right.
I like these loading screens too, by the way. That looks really nice.
Thank you. Yeah. By the way, if anyone has questions you guys can ask, I'll answer those as we go as well.
Oh yeah, please chime in the chat if there's anything that you want to know or you want to see. This is another thing that kind of caught my attention the first time I came in was that you have these quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's a really nice touch. What kind of gave you the idea to do that? Where do a lot of these come from also?
Um, I don't know why, but I just automatically thought that I should have that. I don't know if any
Yeah.
one thing inspired him, but like it's just kind of I felt like it enhanced what I'm doing here, which is I'm bringing you into the world, the way that an animal is brought into the world when it's first born. Like you don't see anything, you just hear everything, and
Yeah.
then everything slowly comes in, and then you kind of take in your surroundings and things. There's a little lore going on here with this particular player spawn in because you're in a actual building here.
Yeah, it looks like a
Um,
crate or something. I can't quite tell.
have you ever been to this location before?
I have not. I've never spawned in this one.
Okay, yeah, it's explained in the story, but basically you wake up. There's little clues and stuff all around you, and I love doing stuff where you're putting in Easter eggs and you're putting in clues and stuff for people to find. I want people to be able to actually find some story mode stuff while they're in the survival mode of the game as well. But yeah, there's a whole thing that happens here, but you can get this in survival as well. The quotes are basically just I tried to find quotes that are about either Africa, survival, or things that hit on the themes that happen in the story. So I have like a huge collection of those quotes now, but I always thought like it would help like bring you in just kind of like a movie does. Like in the beginning, sometimes movies have quotes in the very beginning.
You can see the fence for like the reserve here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
this is your foliage always not
no, it's
green?
all the way
Oh.
down right now.
Oh, okay.
Just to help with FPS because of the stream.
Oh, gotcha.
No,
Gotcha.
if I have, hold on, I can show them real quick. Tab. I just the only reason I turned it down was just so I could get better frame rates and it wouldn't be kind of jumping for me.
Oh, that's fine.
Um,
I'm just curious what it will. Let me see. I
yeah,
think you
see, I've
have
got
like
mine.
a 2030.
I've got a 3060.
Oh, okay.
So if I do high, let's go back. Yeah. If it'll allow me to leave the foliage up, I would like to, because it looks much better with the foliage on.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, this is south. This is South Savannah here. It's one of the 9 central regions. It's one of the better performing regions. It has had some issues with the latest updates, but I'm working those out. The whole map is getting some new material that's going to be easier on the GPU, so you'll be able to get foliage without it really affecting your FPS much. And one of the features that I want with this new material is the grass is going to be able to grow over time. Time is one of those things that I felt like gave the world even better context because basically because the story takes place within a certain period of years. I felt like it'd be really cool if in survival you're starting at year 1 or 0 and then you're working your way through the same amount of years as the story, and you can kind of see all the bushes and stuff grow in certain regions and other regions like you'll get a drought and then you won't get bushes and stuff growing. But one of the main thing with the new material that I'm putting in is it'll let grass grow and actually change over time.
nice. So
Yeah.
I see since the last time that I came in here, you've actually added quite a bit over here to the side. The status awake, exposed visible, um, how fast you're moving, increased metabolism, all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was always going to be a game that has like a lot of like temporal stats. That's one of the things that when I was playing the Isle, I was like, man, if I ever make my game, I think that it'd be cool if it had more advanced. I just went into like an ad break here, so I don't see anything. But like, I always thought it'd be really cool if the survival experience was more than just get your food, get your water, wait in a bush until you're grown. I thought like you can get a much more in-depth survival experience if you had to think about like, did I overeat, or am I going on 25% food for a certain amount of time, what different results can you get by the time you're a fully developed animal. And I thought like I want as many different results as you can possibly get, and lots of different temporal stats make that possible. So there's Man, it's really hard for me to talk about the game when I'm looking at these Best Buy
So
ads. Let me just
if
wait
I
till these
could
get
have,
off.
yeah, I got about 30 seconds left on it.
Okay, but glad to support the channel and everything. I'm looking like I want some of this stuff that I'm seeing.
I should have thought to turn them off for this, but I totally did not.
No, it's fine.
Um,
It's fine.
so we have Dorothy asks in the chat, why Africa? Why did you choose Africa?
Oh, I don't know. It's the first thing I thought of. Like when I thought of I want animals instead of dinos, I just thought of Africa first. I've seen just like everybody else, so many specials on
Yeah,
animals, and it's Africa.
anybody that's, around our age, like I'm 26, so anybody around our age that grew up on like Animal Planet and stuff, that
Mm,
was a huge
yeah.
part of Animal Planet
It's
back
like
in the day.
80% Africa. It's like all of it. Yeah, and I mean it's a great location. There's just so much to see. Um, and yeah, that's really the only reason. And we all saw Lion King, so
Oh yeah.
there's that. That's a part of the inspiration too.
So, I'm looking at how to get around this fence.
Oh yeah, there's breaks and stuff in the fence. You'll like if you go to the corner, I think there's a break down
Okay,
there.
yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, but these are all clues to things that happen in the story. In the survival world, it's more just lore. Like you're just collecting even more info. I want to make it so that when you find things in the world, just kind of playing randomly, it'll go to the menu, and you go to your menu, you click on lore, and it'll have all the info that you've collected. And it's kind of like putting together like a jigsaw puzzle over time. You'll just find out so much more about the world. But yeah, all these stats I felt like are important for the level of realism that I want to go for. So we gotta have all this stuff. Body temperature is one of the newer ones. Whether you're exposed or sheltered affects whether you're taking weather damage or whether you're okay. That's also going to show whether you're hidden or if you're just kind of out in the open, and that's important for if you're trying to hide from predators or if you're a predator and you're hunting animals, whether or not they can see you. So I'm trying to get as close to realism as possible, so I thought that we needed more than just hunger and
Turtle.
thirst for that.
What are you? Is that a little gazelle?
Oh, that's a sulcata tortoise right there, and then there's a atlas
Got a
deer.
boar.
Oh no, that's a gazelle. Oh no, that's an impala.
Oh,
Not a gazelle.
and that is a big turtle. A little
They
big.
It might be a little bigger than it should be. I know that the wildebeest is definitely smaller than it should be, but the scale of the world is still kind of adjusting. The map got much bigger recently. Um, it's running better than I thought. I thought we were gonna have issues, like bigger issues with the FPS
Yeah, I
during
did.
my latest testing.
It seems like the update, or maybe it is the place that I'm at in the map. Maybe I just got unlucky and spawned in some kind of choppy areas before, but it's running pretty well right now.
Yeah, the South plays well, and then I think it plays decently over towards that's Mount Nefty over there to the right, and then to the south it's gonna run it even better too because there's not much foliage in the South Desert, but now you do get a whole world here. So this is just one. Everywhere where you see the dry grass here, it's just one giant region. It's called the South Savannah, and to the west of it you've got your southeast Savannah, and so there's these 9 big regions that make up the central. But overall, there's a lot more to see. There's 25 even within outside of this region, 25 big regions to explore, and it's all together and connected.
Um, so these little things that we see popping up here, the territory claimed.
Mm.
Is that something that you're going to be able to do as a player as well? Like if you form herds and stuff, are we going to be able to claim our own territories?
Yes, that's an important part of the gameplay that I'm planning out. It works for the AI right now, but I turned off for most of the animals them coming to like immediately defend the food, because basically they can claim whatever they want. They can claim food, they can claim a stretch of land, they can claim water, they can claim you, they can claim other animals, And basically,
Nice.
whenever they say that something belongs to them, if something else gets too close to it, they can go and defend it, and that's how they act in the wild. So I figured that should be in there too. But yeah, you'll spend a significant amount of time in the future, like just going and marking territory and patrolling and keeping animals that you don't want out, so that your animals that are in your herd or in your family group are safe. And if you don't do that, then there's then you get other animals coming in. So there's basically consequences for everything you do or don't do in the game.
Very nice. Yeah, the territory thing is something that I've actually spoken on in quite a few of my streams that I wish, like I really wish that that was in more games, because that is such a massive part of like actual animal behavior,
Mm-hmm.
and none of them seem to replicate it.
Yeah, it. You could spend so much time on just the things that people already do, that it's like whenever it comes to like new ideas, like how does the player market territory? How do we get into the whole mating situation? It's like there's no guidebook for it. It's like I couldn't look up and see, well, how did any other game approach this? It's just kind of, you have to invest the time, and if it works out, great. If it doesn't, well, at least you know. But yeah, territory, along with so many other things that you're going to be able to do, I felt like it's just like integral to the whole being an animal thing. You got to have as many animal rituals and behaviors for the player to do as possible, so that you can actually get into the role. Because the
See,
less that you
okay.
have, it's less immersive.
I see it at the bottom now, overheating. I was like, why isn't my stamina going back up? And then I saw the little thing at the bottom. So let me go get in a bush.
Oh yeah. Let me see. You're 107 body. Yep, you're losing HP really quickly. You're at that rate, you're gonna die.
I'm
And
going for the bush. See,
speeding
this
up
is
will
why
make
I
it
never
worse.
get to any other regions so far.
So you wanna lay down as soon as possible, because
Okay.
that last 10% is gonna be gone.
Alright, let's
But
see.
that's a new feature. I'm still balancing it, so it may be way too aggressive. But that's another thing that I want players to be aware of. It's just the environment and the heat around you, that affecting the animal. I try to put in some cues, like if you look at the horizon there, once the sun gets at a certain height, and the world temperature, let me see, you're at 102 degrees world temperature to the left, top left of your screen. Once it gets to a certain temperature, you start to see heat haze on the horizon, and that's one of the clues that you really should be watching out if your body temperature is getting too high. Certain
Yeah,
animals will
see,
have a better tolerance.
now it's telling me it says comatose. So,
Oh, okay. So what happened is you've reached 0 HP,
oh
but
no.
yeah. So basically, you've got a 50-50 shot of recovering.
Okay.
Um, so if you recover, you recover with a little more health and hunger. Let me see. Your hunger's full. It's your
My
thirst.
water. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was running to water and I overheated.
yeah. So it's actually your thirst. That's the
Multitasking, not
reason.
watching stats.
That's
Oh
fine.
no. Dead
That's one
baby.
of the. You died. Okay.
I died.
That's one of
Over
the.
here.
That's one of the things that I'm trying to make work, is the fact that you have all these stats. People aren't going to be looking at them that often, so I'm trying to
It's a
make sure
lot
that
over
they're.
there, but it's not like I like it, but it's also a lot.
It's harder to deal with, because I'm still putting in the cues for them. Like
Yeah.
I want the cues to kind of let you know when it's time to look at things without it
Mm.
being like a intrusive thing, and that you have to monitor sets all the time. I'm trying to work that into the animals, like behavior and just cues in the environment and stuff.
Okay.
Because you didn't hear anything, you just were like, oh wait, I'm comatose. So you probably should have like a little notification or something.
I mean, to be fair, this none of this was in the last time that I played, so this is actually kind of exciting for me because some of this stuff is new, even from like just the other day.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I update a lot. Uh,
I
I
like
believe in
it.
it.
I like it a lot.
I believe in it. It's served the game well, by updating a lot. So like I do push anytime I feel like it's better today than it was yesterday. I'll go ahead and push it, even if I haven't, even if it's not like fully
Oh, got
finished in terms of stuff.
another little wildebeest.
Okay, and now you're
Nice.
in the South Desert.
Okay.
Let's see what happens here. So you've also probably noticed you didn't get a parent on these
Yeah.
first two spawns. So I wanted it. I wanted to have basically the possibility of different starting points. So what happens if you have a parent? What happens if you don't have a parent? What happens if you have a sibling? No sibling? So all these different starting points are possible, and it's there so that you can't repeat the gameplay, no matter how many times you restart it. There's always some factors that are going to be different. But also one of the possibilities is that sometimes animals' parents, they get killed, and it's just the baby by itself. So that's why that's one of the starting points.
Okay. Meow.
So in this play, we didn't see what happened to the parent. That you should not be able to see. um, we didn't see what happened to the parent, but you'll have a chance to like join another adult herd somewhere whenever you find it.
Nice. Let's see, do we have an alt look? I'm gonna assume that if I don't run, I'm not gonna overheat as fast.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, if you're running faster, you'll notice that your metabolism is going to move from. Let me see, what are you now? Metabolism is increased, so it'll go from increased to fast, and then it'll go even a step beyond that. So then, now you need water faster. Now you need
Yeah.
food faster.
So it's
And,
not always beneficial to go for like a hard sprint towards the things that you need.
well, it's just gonna affect you in that way, because for some animals it will be a benefit. Like if you're playing a crocodile and you need to get your metabolism, moving faster, or if you need that stuff to go faster, it can benefit some animals, but other animals it wouldn't. Like out here, it'd be nice to be an oryx. Oryx isn't in the game, but eventually it will be. It'll be one of the ones that thrives out in these kind of environments, along with the springbok.
It's also kind of nice how far we can go out and see our surroundings.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I thought that would be. I don't know why you can't do that for a lot of other games, but I don't know how long I'll do it exactly the way it is.
Mhm.
But I thought, like, why not be able to zoom out a bit and get a
It
get a good
probably
look.
has something to do with the PvP mindset and a lot of them, to where it's like like peeking. I don't know if you ever played games like DayZ, but if you go into third person, you can peek corners, and it's just kind of cheaty if you're like playing against other people.
Well, that makes
But
sense.
you don't have to worry about that in this, so it's nice to have.
Yeah, it is. It'll change, but for now, I thought, why not? It should be fine. Mm.
Run just a little bit.
One thing I'm working on too, like you see the heat haze on the horizon there. I'm working
Yeah.
on like a mirage system. I thought it'd be really cool if a rock would like slowly change into an elephant, and then when you get really close to it, it's just a rock. I thought that would be really cool.
That would be pretty neat.
That'll be one of the things that happens when you're overheating, and that'll be like one of the cues that lets you know the animal's really hot right now. It's seeing things and hallucinating. Absolutely.
I'm getting closer to that water. Come on.
You're heading south right now? You've got a.
I think I'm heading kind of northeast-ish.
If you tilt your camera down a little bit, because the compass is up there, but
Yeah, there we
I need
go.
to put the thing so you can actually see it against clouds.
Yeah, there's a tad bit of delay between the stream and our conversation, so.
Oh, okay. Okay. I can see it now. Okay, yeah, you're heading north. Yeah, I think you got a little ways to go there.
Oh no. Did I pick the wrong
So
water spot?
when big bodies of water are too far, you also want to keep an eye out for like puddles. So when you hit your scent, there's nothing around you right now. It looks like, but you'll see like the blue circles pop up. Those are water puddles, and you know they could save your life. And they happen like kind of dynamically. So if it starts raining, you'll see puddles collecting around you and stuff like that. So definitely drink anytime you get the opportunity.
So would it be closer for me to try to hit these ones by the mountain over here?
I think the south one is the closest for you right now.
So
There should have been one to the, or sorry, not south, north one. There
okay.
should have been one to the south in that region.
I
Um,
probably just picked the wrong one. I'm very good at doing that.
I've also been trying to put like the distance to each object on its actual icon. Right now, it's just up there in the compass, but it's hard to see still. But that'll make it easier for you to find the closest water. Whenever you're not scenting, it should show you the closest one automatically. That'll be like the only one left on your screen. Is how that should work. There you go. And when you get across this border here, you're going to get a cinematic just letting you know that you've crossed one region into another.
Is that? That's not the same one I came from earlier, is it?
Actually, that's South
Is it?
Savannah. Yeah.
Okay.
So you ended up spawning south of South Savannah.
So there should be some foliage up here then that I can nibble on.
Well, this ecosystem is barren.
Oh no.
You may not find food or much food here, but definitely there's water.
Where is? Jane milk. Its body temperature is 101 out of 107, 102 out of 107. All right, so I'm gonna. I think it might be a good idea to just chill in the bush for a second
Yeah.
because I
Sit
don't
for
want
a
to
second.
overheat again. Yeah, I'm probably hitting like the hottest part of the day right now. Yeah, it's 105 midday. Yep, called it. Okay, I see over there where it says ecosystem barren.
Yeah, that's also dynamic. So basically, it's a random thing where an ecosystem will be barren, or it'll have some things that'll be healthy sometimes, and then that's also going to be affected by what time of the year it is. So some regions will do better at certain times of the year, but for
Okay.
right now, like it'll just be like a random occurrence.
So I see on here too, like you have last rainfall days ago. Um,
Yeah.
are we gonna? I assume we're gonna experience things like droughts and because you have the heat as an effect in here.
Yes. Yeah,
So
that's a new world stat, the last rainfall.
yeah.
And that helps you know specifically if you're in a drought or if there's been a drought when you first start. It's not working yet, unfortunately, but
Okay.
yeah, droughts will be one of the things you gotta be aware of. It'll affect things like oh, you press B. That's the transparency button.
Yeah.
It'll. I'm working on making that work for the grass too. For like when people are playing the
There
puff
we
adder
go.
or the black mamba, it'll make it easier to be in those regions where the grass is so high. Um, but yeah, drought affects the animals' behavior too because when it's drier, they're much more desperate, or they can be easier to kill depending on the animal. But animals that are more desperate can be you'll see that they behave a lot more in a desperate way. Like they'll chase you for longer. They'll just go to greater lengths. It's part of the thing that will affect just the environment in total.
hear that guinea. Man, this is so irrelevant, but like my grandmother used to have guineas, and that sound is like nails on a chalkboard for anybody that's ever owned those birds. This is so irrelevant, but like my grandmother used to have guineas. And it's cool that like it's here because they're, you know, they're African birds. Did my bush go away? What just happened? Hold on. Is it because I pressed B? It's cool that like it's I was in a bush and now I'm not in a bush. What happened to my bush?
You're gonna have to go for water soon.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Well, I've got my temp down to 100, so
have to get. You're gonna have.
I've got my temp down to. I like
So-
survival games. I never said I was like good at them. I die a lot in everything.
Yeah, this one's new. It's gonna, the rules of it, and what's good now, as far as survival, it's gonna change. Like, there's different strategies that you're gonna want to play based on what animal you're playing, as well as okay, well, the scent system isn't that advanced now, but eventually, like, that's how you're gonna be found. A lot of the times when carnivores come up on you, they're gonna have your scent. So it's going to be a regular thing that you're going to want to like go and wash yourself and get rid of your scent every now and then, because eventually the canines and stuff will find you.
So are we gonna have because I know like in the Isle they have the system where you can roll in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought about putting that in as a way to like reduce heat? Because I know that like hippopotamuses and stuff take mud baths in order to like not burn in the sun.
Yes, yeah. I'm eventually gonna have something like that working, but it's just I'm working on like the mud material and stuff, because I think it's first going to be used for quicksand, and then because I started on it before the temperature thing, so it definitely makes sense for that to be one of the strategies you can use to not get too hot. It'll let you go longer. Yeah, and quicksand is that's an interesting one. That'll be something that can happen out a lot of times in the deserts, or where there's depending on the soil and stuff, and depending on how many days since rainfall, quicksand will be prevalent or not prevalent. But it's one of the natural disasters that will be like, okay, you're fully grown, you're healthy, you spend all this time on your animal, but if you get caught in a bad quicksand pit, you can lose all that really quickly.
Not my HP. Ow! I sat in the bush too long. Dog's over there barking in his sleep in his kennel.
The guinea fowls are actually a good way to know if predators are around, because you'll notice when they start chirp 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 chirping, that's actually their alarm. That's their forecall, basically.
Oh, what is that? Is that a poacher? Or is that that's a poacher, isn't it? Wait.
Yeah, that's a poacher.
Oh no, don't get me. Don't get me. Oh no! What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh no. Bob and weave. Oh, I'm out of stamina. No. Bob and weave. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Hold on,
Okay, so those are the easy mode poachers.
Yeah.
They're meant to work with the dogs, so like when they lose sight of you, the dogs will kind of follow you and just kind of let them know where you are constantly. So it's gonna be a whole thing dealing with poachers.
Yeah, I'm overheating. I'm gonna die from the same thing it did a minute ago. Oh. GG. Oh, it's so close. Come on. Go.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Oh yeah, I'll make it. My health is not even half yet, so I should be okay.
Yeah, right now the penalty is like 10% of your total
Mm.
HP, so yeah, 5.
What is that? Is that a predator? What is that? A red circle? What's happening?
Um, I'm delayed. Oh yeah, something died.
Why am I
Actually,
laying down? No, get up. What? What? No!
you comatose.
So close. Oh, so close.
Oh, you went to sleep. Okay.
Wait, did I? I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
did it just?
automatic. Yeah, your
Oh
sleep ran
no.
out. You're still there,
Okay.
but it's like your sleep ran out.
So I shouldn't be hot anymore, though.
I think you'll cool off.
Yeah. Night vision is in, right? Or is it
Yep.
V? In?
Yeah, it's in.
Okay.
It's automatic. It'll turn on by itself, but you can turn it on and off whenever you want.
Get up, little baby. Go drink water. See. Get up. Get up, get up, get up. Why you no move? Get up.
A little bit of a long waking period from the that's the REM sleep.
Ah, okay.
The naps when they come in, it'll be much faster. You can turn them on when you want, and then wake up faster.
Oh, there we go. Yes, go get water. The I gotta gamma up on my screen because I play on a large, like a television and not an actual monitor. So
Mm.
I have to increase gamma for basically everything I play.
That makes sense. You ever
Oh, it's
use the
raining.
yeah? You ever use reshade?
No.
Okay, that's one thing that people use for any time they want to increase their gamma. It does the same thing, but it gives you other options and stuff that you can use. Like if you want it to be more saturated, less, you can add like little. You can add your own fog and stuff. It's really cool.
I need food. I don't smell any food though, because this place is barren. Let's see. I'm gonna guess maybe west would be a good way to go.
Westwood. There is a marsh to the west,
Okay.
so there might be food over there. One of the aspects of the game that I think it's important, and you're experiencing it now, is the need to travel,
Yeah.
both to
Oh,
find.
comatose.
Well, you might make it about. You may wake up.
Wait, he stood back up. Okay. Uh, hmm.
That's an error.
Oh, foliage.
That should.
I'm gonna exploit this error real quick.
Yeah, that's an error.
Oh, I like how you can see like how much it's raining
Hmm.
when that lightning and stuff strikes. That's cool.
Yeah, I did adjustments to see how it would look if there was no night vision on, and versus
Oh, I
with night
found the
vision.
marsh. Oh, good lord. Go. Oh, shit. Lightning. Oh, shit. Lightning. Did I just get struck by lightning?
I'm a few seconds behind you. I don't know what happened yet.
Holy
Actually, you
shit.
just got hit by lightning. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. You got hit by lightning. Yeah.
No.
Uh, I'm still working on lightning. It's got
That's cool though. I'm not mad at it. Like that's kind of a cool way to die, I guess. I was, to be fair, not smart to be swimming in a freaking lightning storm. But I needed food.
yeah. It so lightning is actually I'm working on it, but it's like a really cool. By the time I'm done, I think that it'll be really realistic in what you would do. In real life, there's not a lot you can do to like defend against lightning outside of like being in a building or
Just don't be outside.
yeah, basically. But when you're an animal, um, like lightning is gonna hit whatever's the closest, the tallest object that it can hit, and if you're near a tree, you're either gonna get struck or you'll get some residual damage.
Tater
Um,
Tots asked me, "How do I make the game video brighter?" Um,
mm,
Let me see. Is there an option to increase brightness within the game?
no, no, you'd have to do that on your system.
All right. It should be. Oh, look, I came in as the bird.
But try
Nice.
try night vision if you happen to have it at night. Hit night vision if you're not using it. But yeah, there's a secretary bird, and you are in the southwest savannah.
Oh, this model looks really nice. Like I like the secretary bird. You did a good job with the overall look of this guy.
Thanks. Yeah, it's actually that's like the low res I'm actually working on.
Well, I've got my textures turned like all the way down right now, and he still looks pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah. The new one actually you're gonna have feathers that are like you'll actually see them like come off every now and then. But yeah, that's actually the first. Let me think. That actually might. I'm trying to remember, but that it's between Secretary Bird, Puff Adder, and something else was one of the first animals to actually be in the game at all. To dive down, it's the left cap lock, just so you know.
Okay, are fat reserves working now?
They they actually are not in.
Okay.
Yeah, the
I just saw
tech.
it says 1 out of 2, and I think the last time I had seen it, it was like, uh, 1 out of. It might just progressively go down as they grow.
The what it is the menu is not showing the fat reserve. It's just stuck. It is moving,
Okay.
but it's not showing you. So effectively, it doesn't do anything. Also, it's like it's supposed to be linked to like the contents of like body fat. So when you're fat, your animal should look fatter, and when you're starving, your animal should look emaciated. So that's not hooked up yet. So it works, but it doesn't work just yet.
Get out of the water.
Yeah, you could just you just walk.
Am I not stay on? What is happening? Okay, go up. Okay, there we go. He was just a little bugged. Some water over there. Over there. that? Oh, nope.
Okay, now I can see again. I was looking at my third Paramount ad.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, if I catch it in time, I can like delay the ads, but when
Oh,
I'm
don't
looking
worry
at
about it.
this screen, I completely forget about it.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Um,
How does the flight feel to you?
it
Like
feels pretty
it's.
good. I like that they like go down like as they're flying, so you have to,
Mm-hmm.
kind of repeatedly hold that space bar.
Yeah.
Um, the turning, the turning is a little.
A
It's
little
not
weird.
bad. Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah. It's like halfway it's halfway implemented on a new physics thing that I'm doing. But
Mm.
like yeah, if you hold it, it'll like spin you around in a circle. It's not supposed to do that yet.
Yeah, it's like an alt turn.
Yeah.
And then, but it is kind of cool for like if you're hunting, right? Because if you weren't able to do that freaking quick 360 and like turn around on them, the other day I was trying to hunt with this guy and I had to like go back and forth a bunch of times to try to get targeted on him.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that the targeting wasn't picking up; it was that I didn't know that I could do the dive as I went over it.
Right.
So, let's see.
Yeah, I can't wait until the pounce for the birds is like a you can pounce on something, but if it's small enough, you're gonna be able to just grab it, and it'll be like an instant kill. If it's something like a jerboa or like a baby rabbit or something. Like a baby rabbit or something.
To a new area, Southwest Savannah. Going into a new area.
Oh, that's
Southwest
Savannah,
Savannah.
Southwest Savannah too. I would turn back. There's
Oh yeah.
there's not much to see out there. Oh,
Okay.
that's Savannah.
Okay, so there's water this way actually,
I would
which
turn
means
back.
that I'm probably gonna find more life.
I would if you want to see something cool, you're not that far away. I would go to Mount Nefty. There's um there's like some cool structures and stuff that you can see pretty well as a bird.
I noticed you just pooped on me a second ago too. Like something flew out of the rear of this thing as I was cambered behind him.
I don't know if that was poop or if it was some of those outer regions out there. It actually goes on quite. It was like a few regions deep in that direction. It's kind of with the new material, so like it doesn't have what I can say the it's not mapped for the AI to know that they can appear away from you. So they use you as like an anchor point. So sometimes something that's appearing will appear on top of you if you're in one of those newer areas.
I'm sure that helps with like to have it done in that way kind of helps with the frame rates and stuff though to not have like just stuff spawning in all across the map all the time.
Yeah, the strategy for this game is that everything there should be no spawning. I want everything to actually be in the world, moving around and functioning by the time you load in as a player.
Mm.
So the only reason it's doing that is because that's a newer area out there. But yeah, all the animals that you encounter here, even if they're invisible and you can't see them because they're a distance away, and then suddenly they appear, they're technically in there just being calculated one by one. Like this one's getting water, this one is hurt, this one's doing this. So that the idea is like every animal is going to be a different animal with like different circumstances whenever you see them. Like these, I think those are jackals.
Yeah, I believe so.
There are just so many. There's
There's
a
got some
normal.
hyenas right there. Oh, some
Mm,
deer. Okay. I forget how to do the targeting. Uh, is it
Right mouse
click?
button.
I'm going so fast. Hold on.
Yeah, and it's a lot of animals in one area there.
No. No, he's gonna steal my kill. Okay, okay, I just got a target. Good. What was
Oh no.
dive is
No, he's gonna steal my
D?
kill.
D? Can't
Uh,
remember.
Okay. Okay.
Left cap lock.
Left cap lock. Okay. Can't remember.
Left cap lock.
Left cap
No,
lock.
got him.
Nice.
Their health stats are still like set to 1 or something like that. No,
Nice.
got him. They're supposed to be like the feeder foods. They're,
Yeah, works for me.
still, set to
I noticed the other day too. I found a
Supposed to be, like-
skeleton of like I think it was an elephant, and you could run up to it, and like if your character touched it, it just kind of like ragdolled,
Mhm.
would like roll across the map. It was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's yeah, the carcasses are all meant to be able to like you can interact with them and stuff. But that's gonna be dangerous in the future because that's how you're gonna pick up like diseases and illnesses and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
I think that was a shoe bill. I think that was a shoe bill.
Oh, what is that?
The ibex.
Oh, okay. Oh, what is that? What's up, cuz?
Ibex. That one's a blue crane.
What's up, cuz? I like how when these little guys are like running on the ground and they have those wings flapping out, it kind of just looks like a threat display. Like,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Yeah, that's actually how their one of their displays is gonna be when you hit your threaten. It's gonna kind of flap and stuff, but they actually run like that. Like when they
I haven't even tried the calls on this guy.
they don't work yet. But
Oh, sucks.
yeah, secretary birds in the wild when they take off, they kind of run in that weird trying to flap fashion. So they look really funny.
I'm gonna kind of hang out in this region for a minute. Get my thirst all the way back up and then head out. What did I target? What is that? Oh, is it flying? What is that? What are you?
That's probably the crane. Yeah, you could kill him in the air if you want to.
See if I can. I'm not good at controlling this guy though. Come here, Rich. Oh no. No, I don't want to. I want to target the bird. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, not the easiest thing right now. But I think that'll be fun. There's a peregrine falcon in the game too that I'm
Oh,
working
very
on to be
nice.
able to do like dive bomb kills and stuff. I think that'll be really fun.
That's something I will probably really like. The Falcon's actually a part of my logo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right. Where were those structures at that you were talking about that we should go check out?
Head east
Okay.
towards. You'll see the big mountain.
What the hell was that?
Oh wow, it's a lot of. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to see it, but those things are all individual animals and stuff. Some little herd down there. Those animals and stuff down there.
Pretty nice that these guys don't lose stam either while they're just kind of gliding.
Yeah, they probably should
It is
though.
pretty nice that these guys don't lose stam either while they're just kind of gliding.
Yeah. I'll probably do it for like every time you're flapping, you'll lose some stam, but like when you're gliding, it'll slowly regen.
Get another zone. South Savannah. Another zone. South Savannah.
Yeah, so that mountain is where you want to go. The one way you can actually deal with your heat is when you drink it, it takes off.
Oh, my body heat is really high, isn't it? Shit.
Yeah, yeah, drinking will
And
take off your and swimming too. Swimming will basically just take it all the way down.
I'm gonna kill so many animals from this overheating system just because I forget about it.
It needs a cue. People are just not thinking about it until they die from it a few times.
Oh, I just fell from the sky.
You died.
I died. Oh no.
Okay, I see it now.
That's what I get for not paying attention to my stats. What do we get this time? I kind of get excited by the like random. Oh, we got a little jaguar.
Oh, you got a leopard.
I have oh leopard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What is that on his body?
Dirt. He's in the dirt. Spawned a little low.
Yeah,
It's all right.
that
Mud
is
nap.
interesting.
Oh my
I've
god, he's
not
so
seen that
freaking
before.
cute. Ugh, I love it. I love it.
Hit the jump button real quick. Let me just see if he if it straightens out or. I think that. Yeah, that's my bad. The
It
leopard's
happens.
body is it's calculated too low.
I don't think his paws are in the. Are they?
They're definitely in, I think. Oh wait.
It might just be this like one terrain patch. It might not have anything really to do with the. Well, it looks like he's got one foot that's kind of in the dirt.
Hmm. I'll have to make a note and check on that. So no parents at all. That's interesting.
Not once today.
I guess that's interesting
no.
odds.
You are orphaned today.
So no parents at all.
We're gonna give you the struggles.
Hmm.
The struggles. What time is it? Dawn. Alright, so I should have a little while to go before I start getting just way too hot.
Yeah, as long as the temperature is lower than your body, then you should be okay to
Yeah.
run and do stuff.
Yeah, we're alright at 83.
As long as the temperature.
So for the predators, the red circles, are those supposed to be indicative of just other animals, or are those predators?
The red circles are thing that's the smell of blood. So
Okay.
that's it's when something dies, and right now it's flashing. Like if something dies like too far away, it'll flash it red, and then it'll go away. But
Okay.
if you're close enough, you're supposed to be able to smell it.
Oh,
So it's a little bit of a cheat, but it's letting you know something just died somewhere.
okay. Um, so we have the imperatives down here as well. Create a nest. Is that something that is doable yet?
No, you
Okay.
basically start off with a home. Is that on your screen? Like if you
Yeah.
look around, do you see anything? Says okay. So you start off with a home, and that's supposed to be what you can create later on. So if you want to move your home somewhere else, you can.
Or
And
actually, no, in this one I don't. So I don't think in any of the ones that I've come in so far without a parent that I've had an automatic home.
that is a good observation. Yeah, that you're right. It is not hasn't shown up. Now that I'm thinking about it, it is linked to the parents. So you only get that if your parents are in. But you should have it when you're even if you don't have a parent too,
Hmm.
because having a home functions as a way for you to be able to choose when you sleep. It lets you have a center for where your territory is marked. So once you mark something, that will let that will keep other animals out when they run into your scent. It's kind of a little base.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you.
Oh, water.
Noticing that tiling is off
Oh,
too.
oh no.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, you know what? It's the landscape. I think the leopard's fine. I think it's just that that whole region's probably gonna do that.
It's okay. This
It's
is
a
why I
newer thing.
like this is why I like their the early games though, is because you get these fun little
Yeah.
these fun little bugs.
Yeah, I would hide it if I could. We're getting these more and more often because I'm making so many changes. But like a couple months ago, I mean, the game was it's not nearly as feature rich as it is, but it's like bug free in terms of this type of stuff. So
That is, I mean, that happens with every game though. Like you have freaking take games like oh God, Red Dead.
mm-hmm.
Red Dead when they pushed the first couple of like patches and stuff for that game, it broke so much stuff for the online version.
mm.
Um and that stuff with like massive development teams. So
Yeah, bugs problem no matter what.
let's see if I can smell any blood anywhere or any little tiny animals to eat. I have a feeling if I just kind of hang out in one area long enough that I'll find stuff. I do want to go.
You can definitely eat bugs. If you see a grasshopper, you can eat those,
Oh, look, little bird.
or bird too,
Come here. Did I get it?
or bird too.
Come here. Can't tell if I got it. It looks like it's dead, but it's still telling me to send kill.
Try walking
Oh, eat.
away and
There we go. Yeah, yeah, that's all I had to do. Can't tell. It looks like it's dead, but it's still telling me.
try
Oh, eat.
walking
There we
away and
go. Yeah, yeah, that's all I had.
he should have ran. I don't know why he didn't move. those are actually supposed to be one of the harder things to catch.
I barely
He
saw
should have
him.
ran. Seemed like he just his brain got stuck or something. Harder things to catch.
What is it? Fight, flight, or fawn. He picked the wrong one.
One thing I'm spending a lot of time on right now is making the whole process of hunting when you're a carnivore, making that fun. And I see it as a process with stages. Like one of the things that I'm doing is you're going to have an interface that tells you all the scents that you could smell at any given time. And the strongest smells will be towards the top. And you'll be able to use that to actually find the source of a scent. So you'll know I smell buffalo, but I don't see them anywhere, and I don't know where the scent's coming from. But you'll know the direction. So then you'll go and you'll find the direction, and then once you find the scent point, then you'll have a trail to where the actual animal has been. And then once you follow that long enough, you'll actually get a visual, and then it's going to be about approaching it without being seen, because many of the animals are going to be faster than you and can run away as soon as they see you or as soon as they hear a guinea fowl doing the alert call. But I think that whole process from tracking to stalking to making your attack, and the chances of failure being so high, I think that will make it a fun experience for playing any kind of carnivore.
So I know that this guy has like a pounce attack and stuff. Are you planning on implementing kind of a system similar to the way that the Isle does theirs, where you'll like physically, you know, uh, like grapple onto them?
Yes. So it doesn't work for all the animals right now, but for that leopard, I would say it'll work on the wild boar, piglets. It'll work on things of your size, uh,
Okay.
up to say maybe 30% bigger. You can pounce on it. And what's supposed to happen is if it's too small, the pin kill is supposed to be like an instant kill, where you pin something to the ground and kill it. But it is not
Nice.
consistent right now, so it should have worked on the bird. Didn't. Maybe it'll work on a rabbit or something when you find it. But yeah, that is supposed to always be you latch on to something, and if it's big enough, it's carrying you, and you're biting it while you're running and stuff like that. Or if you're the rock python, your pounce is basically like a you grab and you hold on to something and you wrap it up.
Orbit cam is okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for a minute ago.
Oh, the orbit cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, the that combined with auto walk, I felt like that was like just something to add to that to kind of help you. Like if you're just letting your animal auto walk, it'll just let you see around you as you're walking without having your hand on the mouse or keyboard.
Yeah. It's good too for like, what I'm doing right now, just kind of chilling in a bush until that midday comes off. Let's
Yeah,
see.
because the
Map.
carnivores will sneak up on you, so it's kind of good to have that. You just notice, hey, that thing's getting closer to me.
Oh, goat. Or no, that's a sheep. Does that mean there's a person around here? Because I've only seen sheep with shepherds so far.
They tend to have villagers around them,
Because I've only seen.
but not always. Sometimes they'll break off from where they're supposed to be. The animals all, if you notice, if you ever run across their scent, one of the bits of information that you can get from their scent is their personality. It's not going to stay in there, but right now you can see that some animals have a loner type personality where they'll go and be on their own even though there's a herd that they could be with. There's some that have a leader personality. There's some that have a just a follower type personality. So they do all kind of behave differently, and it's just another way to make it so that they're all unique. We got water coming out of the thing there. We're gonna fix that tile. Gotta make a note.
With the bush transparency, it's making my bushes completely disappear.
Yeah, press the B again, and it should put it back to
I
normal.
did.
Okay.
It seems like it kind of gets stuck a little bit for me.
Yeah, it's a little finicky. I'm in the process of like applying that to grass, so you may have to like turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off to get it to be exactly how it should be.
What is that? That looks small. That looks like something I could probably get. Oh, that is a large rabbit. Hello.
See if you could pounce it.
Oh. Oh yeah, he got it.
You got it. Dang it. Unfortunately I can't see any of that because I'm looking at commercials.
Oh no.
That's all right. I'll look at the replay.
He did.
Later.
He jumped on its back and bit it like the back of its neck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it
That
should be.
was very cool. My rabbit.
Now this should be interesting. Did you get the red circle on it as soon as it died?
Let's see. No, I've got a little red marker, but it's not like a circle. It's like a triangle.
Okay. So if you leave that there, in some time, you're gonna get the vultures are gonna come in, and crows are gonna come in.
Nice.
And because you're small, you actually might get attacked.
Oh no. I ate it all anyway.
Okay. So now they don't have a reason, but.
Oh no. What is that? Okay, that's a sheep. Let's see if I can see anything else over here that's kind of small. It looks like I've got some kind of markers. What are you? Sheep? What is that? There's something moving real quick over there. I know there was another rabbit here. Yeah, river rabbit territory.
That might have been the one you killed.
Possibly. Oh, tiny bird. Ooh. Hold on. Let me wait for this. I'm getting a little ping-ponging with my FPS. So wait, is there a crouch? Do we have a crouch?
No crouch.
Okay.
Not yet.
Let's see if I can kill. Oh, okay. I was growing. I think that's what is happening right now.
The texture problems there. Unfortunately, that seems to be happening on all the demo animals.
Yeah. I've seen it doesn't happen until you hit that second growth stage.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. It definitely has the right tech. I don't know exactly why that happened just yet, because it wasn't always the case. That's unfortunate.
See, this is weird, because it's telling me I'm moving between 70 and 80. Oh. Let's see. Can't tell if it's just on my screen that this is happening or if it's on the stream.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just me. Okay, so you're
No, no, no.
actually glitching out there, but in the right hand side, it's just that's your frames. Um, hmm.
See, because it kind of randomly drops down to like 8 every once in a while.
Yeah, try leaving the area. I'm
Yeah.
trying to see if it's an animal doing that. It's probably some animal that has an issue that I need to fix.
Okay, there we go. All right. So let's see if I move back in. I think that fixed it.
Hmm.
Oh, overheating. No.
Go into the water. Just make sure you go ahead and completely submerge.
I'm
It
already
should
over here
take you
by the
down.
bushes because of the delay.
Hmm. The water will cool you off faster.
Oh no, he just like insta died.
Hmm.
Sad.
Oh, you just died on my screen too.
Oh no.
Rip. So I'm seeing death as something that should probably happen a lot slower in terms of I feel like I'm potentially even gonna make it so that like if you're going days and days without eating, maybe you shouldn't just die as soon as your health hits zero. Maybe your level should drop a little bit, but maybe your stats should all start to debuff until everything reaches zero, instead of like just dropping dead from starvation or
Yeah, because
heat.
I'm noticing sometimes I'm not even getting the comatose warning. I'm just getting overheating and then I check my health and it's like it's already gone.
Yeah, the comatose only applies to food and thirst for
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you just happen to be dying of both at the same time for that one time.
Um, have you thought about putting in maybe like a heat stroke mechanic or something like
Yes,
that?
yes, I'm not done with it, but that's what's gonna happen instead of the comatose for any animal that you are.
Okay. You get like a heat sickness.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the debuff because I feel like the thing that I was
Oh,
saying about
dang.
like a gradual death should kind of be like across the board.
I got a mom. And I'm like the the giraffe is like the entire reason that I decided to go ahead and download this when I saw
Oh,
it.
nice.
I was like, "Oh my God, we have a freaking giraffe."
Yeah, it's a very cool animal. I think you're in the South Desert.
Eh, Africa.
It
Just tells me Africa.
that's a glitch. It should never actually say Africa. It should only say the region right now.
The necks on these guys is freaking hilarious to me, by the way. I was playing as one of these the other day and I was like, "Oh my God, look at
Yeah,
that."
I just recently got it to to like gradually turn instead of like immediately turn with whatever it's looking. But I'm gonna define the limitations of what the neck should be next.
Go full owl mode. Wait, I can't tell which one of these is closer to me. Okay, it's gonna be this one because I can see the little green circles.
Yeah, yeah, and whichever one is. Oh, I guess it actually doesn't apply to the forage, but whatever it's gonna be, whichever one is left on the screen after you wait for all of them to go away, it's gonna be
Okay,
automatically the closest one.
that one too.
She's moving to the closest water.
Yeah. Now she's coming back to the baby because I didn't follow. No, I'm coming. Go to the water. Oh, what is that? I love it. Come on, go to water.
Unfortunately, she's having a glitch right now. She's not supposed to be in defense right now. Unfortunately, she's having.
Should probably snap out of it.
I think if you encounter an enemy, she'll snap out of it. But she actually might just stand there.
Yeah, okay, so that's what was happening to me the other day, where
Oh,
because I thought that maybe there was a manual way to switch their modes, and that I was just like not comprehending how it worked.
yeah. It should. They should be automatic, fully automatic, pending, except for when you do calls, which I haven't turned on the interface for yet.
Might have to just run to water and then
Yeah.
let's keep an
Uh,
eye on that body temperature.
Press 4.
4?
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep an
That's
eye on
a
that body temperature.
press 4.
4?
It's a distress call. Yeah, not doing anything for her. But that'll be the way to get them to change their behavior in the future. Is you just
Okay.
press your calls. But it's automatic, so it's gonna depend on, do they want to come? You know what I mean? Are they too thirsty to come to you? You know,
Right. So they
do
won't like
they?
sacrifice their own needs for your calls.
And that also is affected by the personality too. So like
Okay.
there's kind of like, if you can think of like a bar to where it's like they can go more self-sacrificial, or if they get really hungry they may eat you, that kind of thing.
Oh no. Terrible
Yeah,
parents.
for the carnivores at least. You should get a little bit of thirst back from eating plants as well if you're a herbivore. So that does help your thirst a little bit.
Me over till I get to the water. All right, this one's staying on the screen, so I'm just gonna assume that this is the closest one.
Yeah, it's probably the closest one. Or that's definitely the closest one, actually.
Lucked out and got a partly cloudy day, so it's not like super hot.
Yeah, that is a good thing, because now
Yeah.
you can run without worrying about that too much.
Control W? Yeah, to auto walk. And then we can do orbit.
There you go.
Yeah, auto walk. Orbit.
See, you're a pro. I'm still
I'm
trying to
getting
get
there.
people
I'm
to.
learning.
I'm still trying to get people to even know that those are features in the game. Like people will hit that eye and just figure out like, oh, it can do all this, and that's also going to be expanded eventually into like an autopilot kind of thing where your animal will actually move and look for food on its own and do all that stuff.
That's cool. That's kind of reminiscent of like Sims behavior.
Yep, I think so. Yeah.
I have entirely too many hours in that game, so if that's going to be a thing in the future, I'll probably have entirely too many hours in this game as well.
uh, yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be one of those games where you can get a whole lot of hours, even in just survival with no story mode.
Yeah.
Just the amount of different things you're going to be able to do, and I think the developmental length for animals is going to probably be much more substantial in the Great Circle versus other games too. Like it takes hours to grow like an animal in other games, but I think that if done right, it can be fun to actually spend a longer time growing animals, seeing them develop slowly. Because there's currently like a level system, 1 to 10 right now, but the idea is to cap that to like up to 100 for certain animals, and for that to take a longer time to actually develop the animals. So it won't always be that you can just kind of spend 5 minutes drinking and getting the survival experience and just boosting your level like that. It will be a more of a time commitment. A fun one though. I won't do it until it's the actual gameplay loop supports actually having a longer time to grow animals and stuff.
Turn. Okay. Oh, it might help if I had my freaking hands on the right keys. That could be very helpful. Okay. Oh, it might help if I had my very helpful.
So that water hole is actually farther than the one that's to the right, I think. So it does seem like that's a miscalculation.
Well, let's try to hit this one then.
Not. I think it's to the left of those three.
Left of these three? So I've got these three, and then I've got... Oh, you're talking about that one over there. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pissing to die again. My body temp got too high, too fast.
It did warm up too quickly, as far as the temperature of the day too. The days got shorter. It's supposed to just feel a little more realistic with like how fast it warms up and stuff. But the days have got to be longer for that to really work
maybe
properly.
I can just... Oh, no. Well... Never mind. Oh, there he goes. He did it again with the comatose where they just kind of lay down and then get back up. Alright, so we're gonna... Maybe I could just... Oh man, my health... HP says 0.
Yeah, you should be dead.
Oh, what is that? Oh, there he goes.
Oh, that's a tornado.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, that's a tornado. So yeah, kind of hard to survive right now, but
a little bit.
We're working on it.
It's still fun though. It's still fun though, even if the heat is like, nah, fuck you, bro. No adulthood for you.
I'm glad that people think it's fun. Like it's not nearly where it's gonna be, I feel, but like people are saying it's fun right now. I think that's a good sign.
It is fun right now, and that's what I mean. For the past couple of days, when I've been doing my Path of Titans stream, I've been bringing this game up and like mentioning it to people in comparison to, you know, the other games that are on the market, like, you know, the multiplayer games, right? Where those are fun too, but if you're not a person that is like if you like PvE versus PvP type games, they can get a little stressful. to
Mm,
where
yeah.
I don't I don't feel as like slighted when I'm killed by elements versus just a player being a freaking butthole.
Yeah. There's a little venom in
Yeah.
in when you play against other people sometimes. Yeah,
Get a
I
little
feel that way.
salty.
Yeah, because it's like they'll kill you and then they start to bob up and down and stuff
And they
to
get the
just make.
victory roar. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
a juvenile. This is not an accomplishment.
Yeah. Yeah. And and eventually multiplayer will be in the Great Circle too. But I think that by that time, I think people will kind of get this game a little more. Like it's gonna be on top of the world that you already see. So
Right.
plenty of AI animals are going to be in among the players and stuff. And I think they'll be a little busy trying to survive themselves, versus just griefing other people.
Right. Um, all right. Well, that hits the 2 hour mark for the stream for me. Are you comfortable wrapping it up here? Is there anything
Oh
else that
yeah,
you'd like to add to
yeah,
it?
yeah. Thanks so much
Um,
for trying the game and giving
no
it a
problem.
shot,
Thank
showing
you
it to your viewers.
for coming on my Twitch. If you want to, you can drop the links for your Discord and like the Steam page and anything like that that you would like people to find in my messages in the chat.
Oh
You should
yeah.
be able to do it. I have it turned on to where links should work.
Okay.
Um, and then anybody that comes through and watches the stream later can find them through there.
Okay. Yeah. Here's the link to the Steam. And
Oh,
hang on. That's
hold
not the
on.
Steam.
I can let me. Can I approve it? All right. How about this? Send them to me through the Discord because it's blurring them out for you. I thought it had it turned on to where you could do this, but can I change that setting real fast? Um. Yeah, just send them to me in the Discord, and I'll
Okay.
post them in here.
All right.
Not bad.
And just if you're watching, you can find the Great Circle basically on all social media. Just type in the Great Circle game. We got YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. We got a Discord. Pretty easy to find them, but I'll give you the links to share. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the Discord or join one of the Great Circle streams. And I do nothing but QA on those, so anytime. Let me see here. Oh, that's right. We have the chat now for the Discord VCs.
Oh yeah. I always forget that that's a thing.
Because it's not open automatically. I think they should open it automatically. But there's a Steam, and let me grab the other thing. Actually, the Steam actually has the links to the other stuff in it too on the
Okay.
Steam page.
Yeah. So we can just post that one there. It should
Yep,
be okay.
that works.
All right. That reminds me too, I do need to go and leave like a review on your Steam page. Since I have put a few hours into the game now. But
Oh,
yeah.
I think you'll be the
all right,
first
guys.
review.
Yeah. Thank you everybody that stayed and watched. Everybody that participated in the chat. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one. I may stream an hour or two of Path after this, so if you guys want to stick around for that, but I'll be restarting the stream. So, all right, everybody have a good day. Bye.
See ya.
Alrighty. Okay. All right. I'm going to.
That was a good stream.
Yeah, it was. I feel like that went really well. Yeah. Anytime you wanna hop on one with me, even if you're, I know that you said you put most of your time into like the development and stuff in the game, but if you play any of the other games that I play, if you ever want to jump in a stream with me and play, I play mostly with viewers from my Twitch channel. So,
Oh yeah, that'd
if
be
you ever
cool.
feel like getting in some gaming, hit me up, man.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'll try. I don't get to
I know
play
you're
as much as I
busy.
want to.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you have a good night.